giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and much love and salutations unto the hopeful elect. This brother Tazapah here with another lesson. And this lesson I just wanted to build or lamb back off of the apostles and the video of the testimony that our brother gave out in the Bahamas. And so without any further ado, we're going to get into it because his testimony is definitely a faith booster. And I know this brother's faith has been turbocharged, man, after this testimony. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, here it is. And we're going to hit these scriptures.
Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Once again, it's another video. And it comes to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, all praises and glories definitely due, especially in these times. So I was watching this video here. It was re-uploaded by Elder Pasatar. It's from a video done by the brother you see here, which he's part of the GMS group of Barbados. GMS Barbados. I'm sorry, not Barbados. The Bahamas. I got Barbados on the mind. GMS Bahamas, as you see here, right? And the name of the video is, I believe an angel appeared unto me. And the brother did a full video on that, his testimony. And Elder Pasatar re-uploaded it, short part of it. Now, as I was watching it, the brother made a statement about the angel saying, I know you, I know you. And that prompted me to remember a couple of scriptures pertaining to that. The statement that the angel made to the brother, I know you, I know you. So before I get into the scriptures, let me just play a portion of this video, a portion of this brother's testimony where he said the angel said to him, I know you, I know you. And I'll take it from there.
Okay, and he said, you're the righteous. You know? When he said, you're the righteous, I smiled. And then he said, we're going to gather all the righteous shortly. Basically, he said that we are coming to gather the righteous, all the righteous, soon, very soon. Okay? So I said, man, I started to look at him. So I said, man, it's got to be angel. He said, man, Barak Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know? I keep on saying Barak Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai in my mind. You know? And then we went to the cashier, you know, and he said, man, he needs $7 on his tank, right? But he couldn't remember which number his car was parked, you know. So he said, man, he tell the cashier, man, you see that same car right there? That's where he is. The cashier, he looking and he didn't really know where he parked. You see? To me, I look into it, I said, man, I wonder what he's dealing with. But, you know, that number 7, you know, it's spiritual as well. You know? So, man, I thought about it even after I come inside my car, after I pump the gas, I inside my car now, and I see him in the rearview mirror, and he's talking to this other guy. You know? It's like, he parked his normal self then. Okay? So when he spoke to me, he said, man, I know you. Right now, I said in my mind, you know me. I said, but you don't know me. But anyhow, I said, man, he must know me from the streets. Or preaching on it or like that. But I say, anyhow, he couldn't know me like that. I don't know him. He don't know me. That's what I say.
So yeah, when I heard...
And that's the testimony, man. Kal halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahakwadash. And please go and check out the Apostles' video if you haven't, both Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar's video, and the brother's testimony. You understand? But right, as I stated, this should put your faith on a whole nother level for two reasons. And one being, as you heard him say, the angel told him, this stranger, the angel, I believe, told him that he was the righteous, which that's big in itself, and we'll come back to that in just a second. But he told him, we're coming to get all of the righteous soon. And that, man, if you really been sincere and laboring and toiling in this truth, that should be music to your weary ears. Because I know it's music to mine. If you fed up and vexed with the wicked conversation of all of this world, man, then you should get excited off of hearing that. I'm excited, man. That, like I said, man, that boosted me up. So I know his face should be to the moon right now. His face ought to be to the moon. But yeah, as I mentioned, and he told the brother, you are the righteous. And I'm going to tell you why that's heavy, and think about that for a second. And we're going to go here to, well, first of all, it ain't like the brother just woke up one day and said, you know what, I'm going to start being righteous. Because we wouldn't know where to begin to be righteous of ourselves or on our own. And that's why that's so big, because what did the scripture say? When you go to Romans chapter 10 and 17, it says, so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And how do you hear the word? So I'm going to jump around. When you go to the 15th verse in the same chapter, Romans chapter 10, verse 15, it says, and how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful, I might need to jump up again. Verse 14. Romans chapter 10, verse 14. How shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? Right. How you going to call on somebody you don't believe or never heard of? You know what I'm saying? So you can't just wake yourself up and say, I'm going to just start being righteous. Because we don't, like I said, we wouldn't even know where to begin. We don't know what all that entails to be righteous of our own. Okay, so it said, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? So that says it all right there. How shall they hear without a preacher? So we can't just get righteous on our own. Faith, which is our righteousness, which is testified of in the 3rd chapter of the same book of Romans. Our righteousness is by our faith in Yahweh Shai. And faith coming by hearing, so that means we done heard from the men that the Most High set up to push this righteousness in the earth. So that means we are in the church. If that brother is righteous, then that means his teachers have to be righteous of whom he heard. And if they're righteous, then the church, the body is righteous as a whole. But we know, as the apostles been going into them, there is a sift going on right now. And you got some brothers that ain't right, but that don't mean that they can't get right. But what I'm saying is we are in the right place to get right. Now, if Great Millstone was not, conducive of one becoming righteous, would not that angel had told him, hey, you could be one of the Lord's elect, but you following the wrong men, or something to that effect. But that's not what was said. What was said was, I know you. You are the righteous. And again, I had to bring that Romans out, faith coming by hearing, because we don't just elect of our own self to have faith. First of all, that's a gift from the Most High, pursuing to Ephesians 2 and 8. It is a gift. For by grace are we saved through faith, and not of ourselves, it is a gift. But just as I had made mention of, let's look at Romans 3. And when I'm going to just hit straight at the heart of it. In the 21st verse, this is Romans chapter 3, verse 21, it says, but now the righteousness of Yahweh without the law, well, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, that is, without the law, is manifested, being witnessed by the law, or the laws, plural, and the prophets. So now, the righteousness of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, without the law, is manifested. And it gave you the two witnesses, because it say by two or more witnesses, let all things be established. And this was witnessed by the laws itself, as well as the prophets. Now check this out, verse 22, even the righteousness of Yahweh, which is by faith of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe, and not all the world or all nations of the earth, upon all of the Hebrew Israelites that believe. All right? Because it mentions the law. We read about the righteousness of the Most High without the law being manifested. So who would that pertain to except those who the law was given to? So just to put that in perspective, we're dealing with the Israelites here. So upon all the Israelites who believe, this way of righteousness was made manifest unto us by faith in Yahweh Shai. Our faith in Yahweh Shai. And so the angel told him that he was righteous. It could only be by his faith in Yahweh Shai. And how did he get his faith in Yahweh Shai? By hearing the men that the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai set up, the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. This is beautiful, man. The Most High is confirming, man, which he has been, if you've been paying attention. He's been confirming almost every day through prophecies coming to pass and miracles and signs and wonders that are being worked. The Most High is being made, or letting be made manifest, who his children are, who his servants are in the earth. So this is just further confirmation that we are on the right track and that we are in the body of Yahweh Shai. How huge is that? I had to say it like Donald Trump. This is huge. This is huge. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, go back to verse 22. Even the righteousness of Yahweh, which is by faith of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe. For there is no difference. You're right. No difference in the Israelites of the circumcision and the Israelites of the uncircumcision. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans predominantly. But wherever else you may find yourself in the world, if you have the ears to hear. Because faith coming by hearing. If you got ears to hear, it had to come by the Most High. And faith coming by hearing, and righteousness coming by faith. So that's big news, man. That is big news. And when you go to, we'll look at 1 Corinthians 8, in the 3rd verse. It says, again, 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 3. But if any man love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the same is known of him. And that's important. And so if the angel came to the brother and said, I know you, you are the righteous, then that means the Most High knows him. You know? Or that there's a good chance that the Most High knows him, and then if the Most High knows him, then the Most High knows his affiliations and how he was made righteous. So, right, that's what you want. And I'm going to show you why that's important, to be known of him. Because you don't want to find yourself in the position of a person here in Matthew chapter 7. And I'm going to start at 22. Well, we got started at 21. So this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that said unto me, Lord, Lord, or Yahweh Shai, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. And that goes into a big part of that is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You can't forsake the laws because, again, Yahweh Shai mentioned, but he that doeth the will of my Father, what does that entail? What is that going into? That's going into being obedient. You see? And your obedience can't stop. It can't stop at just going out on the highways and byways. Your obedience has to be your anastrophe, your conversation in this world. You know? I'm going to be obedient and go out and teach, but so when them cameras shut off, I'm going to go commit adultery. I'm going to roll me a fat spliff and get nice. You know, I'm going to just be in the world. No, then you're not doing the will. But there are those out there, it sounds far-fetched, but there are those out there who are living a wayward life. And they know the name of the Lord, and they know that they are Hebrew Israelites. And they're blatantly, flagrantly, flagrantly going off. You know, it's like in basketball, you can commit a foul. You know, it might have been inadvertently or intentional, but then you can commit a flagrant foul, which you just went above and beyond. Well, you got niggas out there that know that they're Hebrew Israelites that are going above and beyond in their rebellion against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, from men preaching that you could do it in the butt to we know that the white man's the devil, but take the max. So from a whole host of things. But we're going to stay on track. And again, I'm going to hit 21 again. We're going to go through it. So this is St. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? So see, this is men who know that they are Israelites who went out and prophesied and spoke in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But for some reason, their anastrophe didn't line up with salvation. You see? And just thinking back to Romans 3, the very last verse, the 31st verse, Paul said, matter of fact, let me get it so I can be on point, because, I went into what we read in 20 or 21 and 22, that the righteousness without the law is manifested. And you got these Christians who take that as though the law is done away with. We have the freedom or the liberty to be niggas, because that's what you are without laws, statutes, commandments, without order. You are niggas. The Lord didn't give you liberty to be niggas. Yahweh Shai didn't go up on the cross and give his life for us to be niggas. So, as mentioned, if I ever get to it, Romans 3 and 31, here we go. It said, do we then make void the law through faith? You got to read this because that's big in the secular plantation Christianity, that the law is done away with. So it said, do we then make void the law through faith? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai forbid. Yea, we established the law. And all things were set up or has its basis in the law. Even your very salvation. Even though we won't be saved through the keeping of the law, it must be established because all things were established through law and order. You can't live unruly, and this is what Yahweh Shai is going into. This is why I had to go back to that. You can't be unruly and think salvation is coming your way. You know, the kingdom is not going to be given over to niggas or willful, prideful individuals. That's not going to happen. It's going to be, and it's just read St. Matthew 5. It said the meek shall inherit the earth. It speaks about the meek. And the meek are those who humble themselves to the obedience of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Those are the meek. Now going back, Matthew chapter 7 and verse 22, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. So this is very big right here. Because you have those who thinking that, because they go out and they speaking with fire and vigor, and, they casting out devils and things of that nature, that they're good. But somewhere, there's a disconnect in them doing the will of the Father. This just goes to show that our service unto the Lord goes beyond, just preaching this word. Our duty to the Most High is living a righteous life. You understand? Verse 23. Yep. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. That's why that's important, to be known of him. They that love the Lord, go back to that, and then we're going to finish out in Matthew, 1 Corinthians 8 and 3. It says, but if any man love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the same is known of him. So somewhere down the line, these people or this person did not love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And what is love? 1 John the 6th verse. Let's just get that. 1 John 6, because right, hey, like I said, man, without the law, there is no salvation. There is no salvation, and that's not to say that the law will deliver us or that the law is our righteousness. The law is not our righteousness. Faith in Yahweh Shai is our righteousness, and that's only if and when your faith produces works. And what are your works? Keeping these laws, statutes, and you see how it just, you see how that works? That's exactly how it works. So yeah, see, that's why I'm glad I got it. It's 2 John, the 6th verse. Because I know I said 1 John, so Salakia for that. It's 2 John, the 6th verse says, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. You should walk in it. Your anastrophe should be about these laws, statutes, and commandments. So you see how important that is? So, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments. So going back, 1 Corinthians 8:3, but if any man love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, so what does that mean? You're walking in his law, statutes, and commandments in obedience. It says the same is known of him. And that's how you avoid being this man, being this person here in Matthew 7:24. Well, hitting 23. Matthew 7:23, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. You see? What is iniquity? Abounding sin. Abounding sin is iniquity. What is sin? Now that's that 1 John 3:4. Well, I might be thinking. Let's go over there and get that. All right, 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. That's what sin is. Sin, so iniquity is sin upon sin, abounding sin. Sin is the transgression of the law. You're not going to get out of that. So in other words, to be righteous is to have faith in Yahweh Shai, and to have faith in Yahweh Shai is to walk in his words, in his commandments. So, yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful testimony. And I pray that you brothers are edified. That's my point right there, man. And I could keep on in this lesson because the topic is so vast and it's so beautiful in itself. But, you know, the point has been thoroughly made. So I pray that you brothers are edified to the next one. You brothers stay up, man. Much love. Shalom.